In this video, I'm going to show how to quickly fix lower back pain in the morning. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over really easy exercises that are perfect to do first thing in the morning for both quick and long-lasting lower back pain relief. And the great part is most of these exercises you can do right in bed. So with each one of these exercises, they work a little bit differently. They're going to be shown in different positions and target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. Here's an exercise that's perfect to do first thing in the morning before getting out of bed. We're going to lie flat on our back, have our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. The first movement is called a pelvic rocker. You're going to take your hands, put them on your hips. Now imagine your tailbone right here. What you want to do is scoop it upward like this, curling it towards your belly button. As you do this, you're going to start to feel your pelvis and hips rock backward, but more importantly, a really good stretch will form in the lower back. Build into this one as much as you can, hold it comfortably for a second or two, release it, and now go the other way. So here's our tailbone. This time around, we're going to press it downward towards the floor, and you're going to feel that your pelvis and hips start to rock forward. A little bit different of a stretch in the lower back. Again, build into this one, hold it for a second or two, and then release it. So with this, you want to rock backward and forward in a nice, smooth movement, and do this about 15 to 20 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level and target some more muscles for more relief, what we can do next is called the windshield wiper. I really like this one. So we're going to get back into our original position, but this time around we're going to take our heels and gently press them down towards the floor until we feel a light activation of the muscles around the hips, targeting the glutes or the buttocks. We're going to hold this, and now what we want to do is slowly swing our legs down towards one side, moving through the hips as much as we can. You're going to feel a really good stretch across the hips, into the groin, across the pelvis, and then finally into the lower back. Hold this for a second or two, and then just like a windshield wiper, you're going to go towards the other side and repeat. And repeat this 15 to 20 times on both sides. But I would go through both of these movements. You may find that one just helps you out a little bit more. At that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Here's another exercise that we can do in bed first thing in the morning, but this one's a little bit more advanced, but it can offer a ton of relief. So we're going to lie flat on our back, have our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. With this one, let's start by targeting the side that has the most pain or discomfort first. Let's say it's our right side. Take that side's ankle, place over your other side's knees. So when you look up, it should look like a figure four. The first movement is taking this bent knee and slowly pressing it away from us, but don't use your hands. Instead, use your leg and hip strength, because the more that you press into this, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch form across that painful side's hip. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like there's still some tightness or pain left and this is really helping out, keep throwing more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. But if you want to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper stretch, give this a try. So the first movement that I would try is taking the bent knee, pressing it away from us until we get that initial stretch into that painful side's hip. We're going to hold this and now slowly swing our legs towards the other side. Do this slowly and try to move through your hips as much as you can, because you're going to feel a much deeper stretch form, especially on the outer part of your thigh that works into the hip, into the lower back. 5-second hold, release it, give that a try for 10 to 15 repetitions. But by far the deepest stretch that you can get is by doing this. So for this one, we're going to take our arms and hands and go right through the opening created by our leg and grab the other leg just like this. And you want to slowly pull the other side's leg towards your chest, but do this slowly because you are going to feel a deep, intense stretch across your hips. We're going to hold this for a little bit longer, more about 20 to 30 seconds. Release it, repeat this 3 to 5 times. And if you would like to add in that rocking motion, just swing a little bit towards the other side until you feel a deep but comfortable stretch. And again, hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. And just as a note, even if the other side doesn't hurt, I recommend doing this on both sides to keep everything in balance. Here's an exercise that we can do seated right at the edge of our bed. Let's start with really good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. So we're going to target the side that has the most pain and discomfort first. Let's say that's our right side. What you're going to do is take the hand on the other side, place it right on your hip, and the arm and hand on the side of pain goes overhead just like this. So the movement is pressing our hips towards the side of pain while our upper body and shoulders lean away from it just like this. As you do this, you're going to feel a really good stretch form across the ribs that works into the lower back towards the hip. Once you feel that, hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds, and during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Release it, take a breather, repeat this 2 to 3 times, and with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, we can do a movement called the twist and lean. For this one, we're going to put our arms and hands out in front of us, overlap like a genie position, and we're going to start by twisting or turning through our lower back towards the other side. Build into this to the point where it's a light stretch in your lower back. You're going to hold this, and now you're going to lean away, lowering your shoulders towards the floor. But do this slowly because that stretch in the lower back will quickly intensify. For this one, we're going to hold it for a shorter time, more about 5 to 10 seconds. We're going to release it, and then we're going to repeat. And with each repetition, you're going to notice that you can build into this a little bit more pain-free range of motion, I should say. So just keep repeating this over and over again until you can't go any further. And when you can't go any further, on the last repetition, this is where you want to hold it for longer. 30 to 45 seconds to focus on stretching out as much tightness as we can. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to keep everything in balance. Here's an exercise that we can do standing, and just as a quick note before we start, whatever side that you have the most pain or discomfort, you want that side in the back. So we're going to start in a scissored stance just like this, toes and feet pointed straight ahead. We're going to take this top foot and turn it inward as much as we can until we feel a light stretch form across our hip. We're going to hold this and now do the same thing with this back foot. So once both feet are turned inward, we're now going to lean backward, placing all of our body weight on this back heel. You're going to feel a really good stretch form across your hip, targeting the glutes and the buttocks. We're going to hold this, and now we're going to put our arms and hands out in front of us, overlap like a genie position, and we're going to slowly twist or turn through our lower back towards this back side. Do this slowly because you should feel a really deep stretch form across your hip into the lower back. We're going to hold this comfortably for about 30 to 45 seconds, and during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 2 to 3 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, you can also try this stretch. It's called the ballerina. So for this one, what I'm going to do is target the most painful side first. Let's say it's our right side this time. You're going to take that side's foot and you're going to place over the other side like this, toes and feet pointed straight ahead. The hand on the other side goes right over your hip. The hand and arm on the painful side goes overhead just like this, so you should look like a ballerina. The movement is pressing your hips towards the painful side while your upper body and shoulders lean away just like this. You should feel a really good stretch form at the bottom of your ribs working into the lower back towards the top of your hips. We're going to hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds, and during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Release it and then repeat this 2 to 3 times. If you notice any of these movements are helping out a little bit more, at that point, throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, flip and do on the other side to keep everything in balance. Here's a strengthening exercise that we can do daily for long-lasting lower back pain relief. Just as a quick note, I would warm the muscles up before doing this exercise, so do that first exercise in this video, the pelvic rocker and the windshield wiper. So for this one, we're going to lie flat on our back in bed or on a floor. Let's have our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. We're going to take our heels and gently press them downward into the floor until we feel a light activation of the muscles around the hips, targeting the glutes and the buttocks. We're going to hold this during this exercise. Let's take our hands, put them right on our hips. Now slowly press your hips upward towards the ceiling until your body roughly is in a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. In this position, you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, the back, your butt, your legs. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. But let's take this one to the next level and make it a little bit more challenging and focus on some more muscles. So the first movement that I would try is getting back into this bridge position, but you're going to take one leg off, keep your knee bent at 90 degrees, and now drive that knee towards your chest. As you do this, this other side is really going to struggle to stabilize this position. So if you feel like you're tilted, look up a little bit and make sure that your hips are in line. Hold this for 5 seconds, bring that leg back down, take a breather, and then repeat this on the other side. Give this a try for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. The next movement is going to target a little bit more across the hips, targeting the glutes and the buttocks, huge instigators of lower back pain. So for this one, I'm going to put my feet together and I'm going to press my knees outward, and then I'm just going to press my heels downward into the floor until I feel that light activation of the muscles around the hips. And for good measure, let's really try to press those knees down as much as we can until we feel a really good activation of the muscles on the inner thighs working into the groin, finally into the hips. At this point, I hold this and now slowly press my hips upward towards the ceiling. You're going to feel it a lot more, especially on the outer part of your hips. 5-second hold, give that a try for 10 to 15 repetitions. But I would try all 3 of these variations, progress into them, and if any of them are a little bit more challenging, throw some more reps in until it feels like you got a really good workout. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.